He's not afraid to take chances out there, but not always for the better. What do you see them trying to do here?
I think they'll continue to take those chances, Brandon, but to me, they have to do it in a measured way. And what I mean by that, they can't just come into a game and throw caution to the wind and just say we're going to run a bunch of gadget plays, a lot of reverses, in and around, all of those things. They've got to identify the spots where they want those plays to pay off, which means you have to set them up, and then when they present themselves, take full advantage.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Tua to throw right away. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Throwing again on second down. Tua, that's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Well, Charles, look, and this is probably a harbinger of things to come. He's got such trust in his tight end, and they're on back-to-back plays. We're seeing that on display.
And when they have that kind of trust, they're not as worried about what the coverage is because they feel like they know each other so well. They'll make the subtle move downfield, and the ball will end up in the right spot. And by the way, partner, what's harbinger mean? Help me out.
Well, you're the one that taught me that a few years ago, so I'll have to lean on you for that. I'm just hoping it fit into the sentence correctly.
I must have got it from my word of the day calendar on my desk.
Again, it's Penny. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he'll just get rid of it. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Time for Dak Prescott of the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
It's been a lot of fun watching him advance in his career. Many people question his ability to throw the football coming out of Mississippi State. He's conclusively answered that question. In addition, a very strong runner and an even better leader.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. To throw again on second down. Prescott got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
That's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. He's not one of those guys who can play out in the perimeter, can play out wide, who could not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Prescott looks to throw on first. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And one of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held them under 200 yards of total offense, just couldn't sustain much of anything against them. Great job showing them different looks and then attacking.
Prescott on the right side. This is Miller. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Here's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Now Elliott. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Here's Prescott. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
After the turnover, it's Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Oh, into a sea of defenders, had intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. Well, with 3 weeks left, they are in one of those 3 wild card spots, Charles, but that spot is not clinched, and there's not a ton of breathing room for them, so the bottom line, they just need to focus on winning right now.
Yeah, they totally have their eyes open, don't they? They know they've got teams trying to run them down. They can hear their footsteps. The question coaches ask guys in the locker room, do you have another gear left to pull away and lock in that playoff spot? If so, let's hit it.
Now Prescott. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Christian Wilkins able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal? That's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. Ryan Santoso on now to try the field goal. This from 44 yards away. Up and good for Santoso. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They are coming off the game last week, which a very interesting game. And Charles, ultimately, it ended in a tie.
And that's difficult on teams because, let's face it, Brandon, they just don't know how to react. I mean, who does? Did you win? No. Did you lose? No. Because when you win, you jump up and down. Life's good. When you lose, you set your face in that stone look so that you show that you weren't hurt. I think it's one of those things that at the end of the year, you find out just how you're supposed to feel about that tie. Did it help you or hurt you in the standings? Then you'll know what you really should have felt that game.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
We'll see if they do that. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch is called for. He will take it in to give his guys some excellent field position here. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely, because remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. They'll start here with Gaskin. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Penny, a first down carry. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. On 2nd and 9, Tua eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Tua. Sliding out of the pocket. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you need to call this a half day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
10 yards on the pickup.
On 2nd and inches, Prescott. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Now Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. On 2nd down, Elliott. Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There's pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
On to punt now, Anger as he boots this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On play action, here's Tua. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shake it up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. They set up the screen to Penny. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. That's caught by Penny. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. On target over the middle to Hill. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 10. And the Dolphins first down. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua completes it to Aguilar. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Tua to throw again. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became third and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the Dolphins are going to tie the score at 3. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
Takes it at the 7. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And a white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we're at halftime here on Christmas Eve as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in. Let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Miami. And there's not much to speak of in terms of passing efficiency. But in a tie game, they know a few tweaks could make a big difference going forward. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they too have found passing lanes to be hard to come by so far. As you see by the numbers, they'll need to figure that out in the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. This one fielded at the 5. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Fresh out of the locker room, they hit it again with overdrive.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They can get out on the first play, attack the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. On 2nd and 9, Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling the back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turned it into a successful play.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw there caught by Gallup. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Inside give to Elliott. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. Prescott now. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. 3rd and short yardage. Prescott. Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
That's exactly what they were aiming for defensively. A huge early pull that cuts off any opposing momentum at the knees. As soon as that snap was made, they were flying to the ball and through the line. Great call from the coaching staff, and even better execution.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. That's pulled in at the 32. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. Now this game has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Third quarter action, and we appreciate you spending your Christmas Eve right here with us. 2nd and 10. Prescott from the gun. And Miller with it over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
On 1st and 10, Prescott got his man there, complete to Gallup. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Up the middle, here's Elliott, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They keep on the ground with Elliott. 2 yards on the carry there, it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw, Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a 1st down.
Pushes him over. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2, 1st down marker at the 5-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Prescott, and that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Up and good for Santoso. So when you factor in the safety, this now a 5-point swing.
And look, I'm not going to turn away a 5-point swing because 5 points, that's valuable. Don't get me wrong on this. But if they could have taken that safety and added 7 to it, now you're talking about a really big swing.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Dancing away at the 35. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
First play of the drive, excellent run, just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are right back in this football game. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
After the turnover, it's Tua. It's caught by Aguilar. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. On play action, here's Tua. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. And the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time...
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. And he'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Tenth carry now for Elliott. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 43 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Prescott to throw it. Schultz hauls in the quick throw. A gain of 7 that time. Second goal. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
On second and goal, Prescott. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Well, we lasted all the way to the fourth quarter without a touchdown being on the board, but here a key one to extend the lead.
Definitely, and I really doubt, though, that that's going to open the floodgates. What do you think, partner?
No, not the way that we've seen these defenses play.
Yeah, no doubt about it. They've been rock solid, but we had to know that sooner or later, someone had to surrender a touchdown, and it happened right there.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Miami set to take over. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Here's Tua. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Tua. They'll leave that one for Gaskin.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. That one going to be caught by his running back, Gaskin. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Tua. And able to find Gesicki as tight end.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10, running on 1st down with Gaskin. Down to about the 37. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And Hill with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on third down. Completes it to Aguilar. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Dance, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Tua. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Tua to throw. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Tagovailoa. Yeah, that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
They'll look to Gesicki on the out route. Ball is caught. Clock running here under 90 seconds to go. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Again, it's Elliott. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. The give is to Elliott, and he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. Now Hill to return it. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. So Tua and the Dolphins down by 12. A little under a minute to go. They're going to need a Christmas miracle to pull this one out as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Tua. His throw incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Tua. -9 yards on the play, and now it's 3rd down.
Tua going to try and go quickly here. Connecting with Aguilar. And he'll get a fair amount of yardage back, but now it's 4th down.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down.
And that's into the hands of Gesicki. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah,